Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. I'm sure glad you guys are here. Keep hanging in there. We're going to have some fun. And I really do appreciate you guys. All your support, your kind words. You'll never know. It means a lot to me. So, today we're on our 100-day crafting challenge. And we're doing day number 45. You believe it? 45. Okay. Whew, we're getting there. Okay, today I have a freebie and a craft along. This is a template to do what I'm doing. Okay. So this is a 4-tag sort of folio thingy. So you put this on your paper, whatever you're going to use. I'm using file folder. Just, that's what I do. Cut this out. These are the mats that will go on there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. But this is the freebie that goes with this craft along. It's not, grand and glorious, but it does the job. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to make this. And it's really cool and awesome. And you think, well, that's just, what are you going to do with that? Well, we're going to put pockets in it. We're going to put things up here. And it's just going to be a little, almost like its own little booklet. Not quite, but almost. It can be one of those turnarounds, thing like that. Anyways. Oh, and if you have like the 12 by 12 paper, like the cardstock paper, and you want to use that, go for it. What you do is draw all these templates out on it and then flip it over and do one or the other, whichever one was your last one. Like if you started with this one on this side, then you would flip your template over and put this one on the next side. Then you could have 5. I mean, on a 12 by 12 you could. So this one is just for the size of a piece of paper. Okay. And these mats will fit on this template. Or at least they do for me. I hope they do for you. But yeah, that's what we're making today. I'm just going to show you some basics on what we're doing. This is my template that's just cut out and not done anything to. Oh, for this you're going to use file folder or cardstock. Whatever you want to use like that. You're going to need some. I'm using some lace because it's what I do. But the lace I'm using is a very thin lace. It's not anything bulky at all. It's almost paper thin, but it's a crocheted lace. It's really pretty. So I'm using that. I'm using lightweight cardstock, and you'll need something to cut with, something to draw with, pen or pencil. And it's just more or less just get your little bits of stuff together and have fun. Some glue, of course, or some double stick tape if you've got that, because, I like that. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. Once you get your template drawn on and cut out, you'll have a piece like this. Then you go in it and you just fold it, right? You fold that like so. And then fold this one to where it's going to be right up to, but not in that fold, right? So you've got options. You can fold it this way, or you can fold it that way, okay? So in this one, you're going to do the same thing. Fold it to where you've got it right on its edge, and if you get it straight down here, you're straight, okay? So now you're going to have it to where it's going to fold like so. It's going to fold like not so. You'll see where it folds naturally and where it doesn't. Okay, so we'll do it that way. Let me see if I can fold that over a little bit further. Yeah, just play around with it. Get it where you want it. Give it a good press down, because that's what we do, right? Press it down so it'll behave itself. You mostly want it to be straight on the bottom, okay? The top is going to be, excuse me, a little bit off here and there. And that's fine, because you're using 2 different shapes of tag tops. So they're going to be a little bit different. And this is, like I said, you can fold it like so, or you can fold it like so, or there's a lot of different things you can do with that. Once you get those folds in, you're just about there. Okay, so the next part is, I'm going to do one of these and show you. I'm going to do one of these. These are printed out on a lightweight cardstock because I like it that way. It's just more sturdy, gives you more strength to your element. Okay, so now you see I've got my holes already cut out, but once you put this on there, guess what? That's going to be covered up, right? Well, turn it over and punch your hole back through, and then when you put the other one on, it's going to be covered up again, but turn it over and punch your hole back through. And that's what I wanted to show you, so that you don't get confused over how I still have my holes in here, because I put it on both sides, right? But you just, you know, put your hole back through. It's your guide. If you have that hole in there, it's centered. And so once you put this on here, you just repunch your hole, and you're good. But I didn't ink this, so let me do that right quick, and then we'll move on. I hope you guys are having fun with this 100-day challenge. I think I've learned a lot. I mean, not new crafting, but I've learned a lot about what I like to do, and remembering to integrate things that maybe I think, oh, I don't have time to do that in this project or whatever. But I'm getting little fidgets off of here. I've got to get a new thingy on there. But to remember to do the things that I did long ago and add those elements in and not just hurry through things. Oh, well, right now I'm having to hurry through things. Oh my gosh. Because I'm the kind of person who likes to prep everything. Be prepared, right? I like that statement. If you are prepared, you shall not fear. Anyways, I live by that. So, anyways, that's what we're going to put here, and then I'll show you the repunching of the hole, and then I'll do the rest of that off, because we will have caught up to this point. Okay, so I'm going to put my tape on here. But yeah, I've sort of, I don't know. I'm learning to. I'm turning that around the other way. I'm learning to, I don't know, revisit. And I have a lot of things in my toolbox, and I haven't been using them. So I think this is helping me to reestablish the use of, you know, other things in my toolbox, if that makes sense, which is fun. I like that. Okay. Oh, that tore in the wrong place. You silly. Okay. So, now. So, yeah, I think we should do that. We should use all our tools. I like tools. Sometimes they're just, you know, toys, but still, I like them. But yeah, it helps me. It's helping me to, I don't know, figure out ways to use things that I hadn't used in a long time to do things that I want to do now. If that makes any kind of sense. But yeah, this is teaching me to go back and reclaim some of my stuff that I did long ago. And I like it. I like being able to use. I always did that. I always did, you know, if I can center this on here. I always liked using lots of different ways of doing things. I want to get glue on that. Because if you do this and then you do that and you put everything together, then you've got something that gets pretty amazing. really. So, or I think you do. So let me get that off of there and get this glued down, and that's one side done. The reason I wanted to do, now you can just do this one-sidedly. You can. You don't have to do both sides. You can do one side and then leave the other sort of blank. I'm using very neutral background pages on this, so you can write on this anywhere. I mean, you just can, you know. There's my brayer. Don't judge me, it's mucky. But I feel like have you ever felt like you're going down the hall and you just passed yourself? I've been so busy trying to get everything done and prep everything and do everything till I swear I saw myself going the other way the other day, and wished me luck, you know, because it's quite a bit of things to always be keeping up with. So many different projects. I have so many little project trays and stuff that I'm like, wow. Things are stacking up, but I'm making progress. I always have to have something new. Like I said, I wanted this to be value, not just a bunch of fiddly stuff. Just, I wanted it to have a lot of value, something that you guys can use in your journals, something that you can do, and not be hard and complicated, just something fun, right? Or that's what I'm hoping it is. Okay. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep up. So, let's get this one on. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, the reason I was showing you this is so that you would know what I was talking about, right? So I'm going to use the big puncher on this one. It's the 3/16, yeah, that one. I can't remember. Anyways, so I'm going to put this in here and try to center it up there and punch that through. It's more or less centered. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this on here. Hopefully I'm getting everything in my own way. But yeah, I'm enjoying it and I'm learning. So sometimes I think, oh man, am I going to be able to keep up? Am I going to be able to keep that, you know, one video a day going? And but so far so good. We'll just keep going with it, right? So I'm going to try to center this again and stay in shot on here. Now you won't see one side from the other side, of course, but I want it centered on here, if that makes sense. Now, as you can see, the hole's closed up again, but that's okay because we're gonna fix that. Okay, that's the whole reason of me doing this. This may be a 2-video series within the series because, you know, there's a little bit of construction, and that's okay. That gives you guys time to go get your templates cut out and get your stuff together, right? But yeah, we've got this. Let me get all this out of the way. Where is the brayer again? All right, now we've got this. And what I wanted to show you, now I'm going to put eyelets in here eventually. Not right now. So I want it to be lined up with that. But I find that it's kind of hard to see in the thing. So I'm going to put me a little line there so that I can see what I'm doing. Where's the big one? Here it is. So just use the big side of it and do your best to aim it as best you can. It won't, you know, be too terrible if you do it a little bit off. That's fine. It's not going to show. Once you put the eyelet in there and then some I don't know, some kind of fibers, twine, or ribbon or something like that, it's going to be pretty. Just, you know, so don't worry about that too much. You just want your hole to match up more or less on both sides, right? And there's no inking that you don't have to. If you're going to put an eyelet in, there's no reason to. If you're not, then I would use a Q-tip. Put it in there and twist it around, you know, if you're not going to put an eyelet in, okay? So that's how you do that. And it turns out really pretty. I haven't inked this one on the outside yet, but I will. Okay, so now this part. Let me get these out of my way because they're in my elbow room. I need my elbow room. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is what we're working on now. Okay, this is the bits and pieces I've got put together. Okay, so I'm going to put some little gusseted pockets here. Now they're going to sit right inside there, okay, like so. And I'm going to put, I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. And I'm going to put some corner pockets right like so. And as you can see, this one needs to be rounded on the corner. I didn't do that yet because, you know, if you put them on this one, you don't need to round it. But if you put them on this one, you do need to round it. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so to make these and to make these is our next step. Okay, so I've got my piece of paper here. That's going to be the most complicated. All right, so to make these, it's pretty simple. It's just your regular gusseted pocket, just going in there, right? So this one is 3.5 inches wide and 2.5 tall. I'm going to double check myself just to make sure. Yep, 3.5 and 2.5 tall. So you're going to score on 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, okay? Once you get that done, if you're new and you haven't done these before, this is what your paper will look like. Score, score, and score. 1/2 inch. Not the top side, just the bottom and the sides, okay? So we're going to fold this up and fold this up. Fold this up. Thank you. Everything gets in your way when you're crafting. It's a thing. Okay. So let's give this a good press down. And then you'll have your score marks to sort of be your guide. Scissors. Feel like a surgeon every now and then. Okay, so you're just going to take from, you see where the corner is. If you're really new, you see where that corner is. You're cutting right into there, just a little like that. Just a little angle. And then from that corner, you're going to cut right back down and make another angle. See? You took from here down, and then this one will be the same thing. You're going to just do this, just a slight angle, not a big one. And then from the corner, you're going to slide angle it out there. Excuse me. And then you're going to take just a little, okay, don't do as I did here. Do as I did here. If you're new, it's easier to cut from the fold down to make your angle. I've been doing this for 10 ages in 2 days. So, you know, I can kind of gauge doing that. But if you're new, don't do that. Do it from the fold down and until you get, you know, practiced at it. And then you're fine, right? Okay, so let me get this inked up a little bit. Just lightly. I need to switch this up. Get a new one. I have plenty. like I said, I don't have the time. I need to be working on this other project and that other project and this other thing. You know what I mean? So let me get this straight, because obviously I was working on those angled pockets last with it. Okay. Yeah, I was sitting last night watching it was like a house hunter kind of show. I don't know if you guys like to watch those or not, but people were looking, they wanted to move to the ocean. I think the ocean's beautiful. I don't want to live there, but I think it's beautiful. I wouldn't mind visiting, but hurricanes, I'm just saying. Okay, so you're going to lay this across through there and just give it a minute to catch. And if you're new, you want to turn it over. That way you get right straight up to that edge and trim it off. Sure you do. And then you're good. If I still do that. I still turn it over because it's easier, right? So, okay, there you go. That's one gusseted pocket that goes with these. So I've got 4 of those, all right? And I'm going to show you how to do this one, and then we'll do some more to it on the next video for this. I knew this was going to be a little long, but that's okay. So this is gusseted as well, all right? So to do that, to do this, where's my piece that I had? This is it. Okay. These ones are scraps I'm going to put back in the tray because that's where they belong, okay? All right, that goes with that. Sometimes you just got to get yourself situated. Okay, it's the right width because you want it to be like so. Okay, I already cut the width, and that's 3 inches wide. Now, it's 4 1/4 tall, but once you get your 3 inches wide, my suggestion is to do your gusseted parts, your scoring, right? So that you have, let me close this because it's going to give me grief, I know, if I don't. So, go ahead and score it before you cut it. This is just me. You don't have to. What do I do with that? It's underneath stuff. You silly. Okay, so I'm going to score 1/2 inch, holding this very still because it can wiggle away from me. I know things. I do. Okay, and then I'm going to score it 1/2 inch on the bottom. So along the side and on the bottom, not this other side because mostly you're going to be cutting that off. Okay, so fold that over. This is just my easy way of doing it. If you've got a better way that works for you, then do that. Okay? But this is my easy way of doing it. So this is the way I do it. All right, let's get this going. And I'm going to fold this up like so because that's what I'm doing. All right, now I'm going to take one of these. Once you get one of these done, then use that as a template. Okay? So you've got your folds done for your gusset, right like so and right like so. So you know that's going to be your point that you're going to cut to because that's the point. So where's my... And this one I'm just going to take and put a little dot there. Try not to get it on my pocket. And that's where I'm going to cut to. I'm going to show you how to cut an angle. If you have never done this before... This may not be your favorite way to do it. I'm just saying. It's okay. All right. So I take it from here at that little mark that I made and get that on my cut line where my blade's going to go through, right? And then I jiggle this around to where I've got this point and that line right in the same place. Once you do that, you've got your angle. Don't start here on your cut. Start here and do that, and then start here and come back down. You've got your angle. These ones are already trimmed off at an angle. This one you've got to do, okay? All right. I hope this is making sense because it's the easiest way that I found to do it. once again, you're going to go down at this slight angle to the corner. Then from the corner, you're going to do a slight angle back out. Okay? Now, to do this, let me repress it. It's a pressing situation. Okay. To do this, now I'm putting lace on mine. If you don't want to do lace or trim, you could use that that burlap ribbon that I like to use on the little golden book. That would be great on this. It would. If you don't want to put it on there, just don't. Just ink it up and you're fine. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Just give it a little bit of, I like the vintage look, not so much the grunge. If you like grunge, then go on and get that done. I have got to clean that. I've got to change that. That's what I got to do. Okay, so now we are at this point, and we want this to be like this. So, where's my, here it is. Okay, here's my very, very thin lace, but it's very pretty. Very kind of elegant, right? This is going in the hometown journal, so just so you know, I'm using the background pages from that to make these, so that's okay. But yeah, we're gonna put pockets on it. We're gonna put eyelets in. We're gonna do all kinds of fun stuff to it, and it's gonna be one of those fun things that just somebody picks that up and says, "Oh wow, that's cool," because it is. It's cool. So right along the edge, I'm trying to do this without getting my head in the camera, if you can tell. I hope you don't see my head, though, because, I mean, you know, that's the thing. Brayer. When you're going to use a brayer on something that's got a little bit of wet glue on it, don't do this number. Do this and this. That way it doesn't kind of stick to this and pull back up. Yep, just showing you my experience there. Again, we're going to turn this over and trim this off, right? That way it's right close, it's trimmed right to where it needs to be. And just trim it right up through there. Yep. There you go. Now we've got it, and it's ready to go into our project. Cool, right? Okay, so we're going to end this one because it is getting long, but we've got all our stuff ready to start putting it together. And I'll do the this one off camera and get it ready to put together too, because yeah, why not, right? This one's got the like the floral grid background page, and this one's just the grid with the vintage book page behind it, group page. Anyways, that's that. We'll put this together next time. And we might even do a few eyelets, and I don't know, we've got to put some embellishments and stuff on this. I've got lots of fussy cuts from old kits that all my stuff kind of goes together. If you didn't know, it really does. So yeah, it's mix and matchy, right? If I can find some homey stuff, like hometown stuff in my fussy cuts that's left over, I'm going to be putting them in there. So anyways, whatever you want to do, if you've got stickers, if you want to make it a nature theme, whatever you want to do with it, right? Because it's all doable. I'm doing this all very neutral so that when it goes into the journal, no problem, right? Okay. So, day 45 done. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. Maybe I won't pass myself in the hall today. We'll see. Okay. You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Pretty please. Thanks for watching. TTFN.